Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, State of Elevate. I'm Samantha, and if you're new to this channel is all about self-empowerment, like being the best you that you can be. If you're struggling or if you're going through the same rigmarole and you can't figure out, like, why am I in the same merry-go-round, dating the same type of men, dealing with the same type of behavior from family and friends, then this is a channel for you. I like to combine knowledge and strategy so when you can learn and then implement a strategy from the knowledge you've learned, that's how we win, ladies. That's how we succeed in life. So today we're talking to nice girls. If you're a nice girl, listen up, because today's topic is the number one mistake that you're making in relationships. If you're a nice girl, this is something you probably want to eradicate as soon as possible so that way you can succeed in your love life. I'm also going to give you 2 ways that you will be able to counter this action that you're doing so you can succeed and have men begging for more, have men allured, attracted, seduced by you. So the number one thing that you're probably doing if you're a nice girl is you are being nice, i.e. boring. Like, nice equals boring to men. So when you're a pushover and when it comes easy to men, basically you're just easy. Whatever he says, you're like, okay, Steven, sure. You're just easy with everything. You let him get away with any and everything. You're considered boring. Men like challenges. This is why men like to hunt. This is why men like sports. This is why men like video games, because they like a challenge. They don't like anything boring. They don't like anything easy. They like a challenge. Why do you think men, since the beginning of time, have created wars? They like a challenge. They like an obstacle to face. They like it. Women, we're the opposite. That's why we don't create wars. That's why we're not too into sports. Not all, but most women aren't heavily into practicing sports ourselves, right? Because we're not into that. That's not our thing. We want to get our nails done. We want to go shopping. We want to luxuriate, right? We want to go to beaches and vacations and shopping sprees. Like, we don't want it hard. We want it easy. So what we try to do is make it easy for men. We try to basically mother them. We try to say, oh, let me make your lunch. Let me do this. Let me help you out. Let me, do all these extras that we just simply don't need to do. And it actually is stripping men away from their masculinity. So the more you mother them, the more you baby them, their masculinity is going down a peg or 2. The cold-hearted fact is no man, well, let me say, most men do not want to F their mom. Most men do not want to sleep with their mom, right? Most men aren't attracted to their mom. So don't act like their mom. Don't play the nice role. Don't play the I'm here at your beck and call. I want to, like, wipe your ass. Wipe your ass every day. I want to be here to just be a sounding board and to be a wet blanket that you can just walk on and do whatever to. Don't do that. You're actually creating a disservice for yourself. Men like to be kept on their toes. So playing that nice girl, like, I just want to be nice and so helpful and I just want to go above and beyond. No, that's not helping you, okay? So now we have the knowledge. That's not going to help you. You're not going to succeed, and that's really in life. People take advantage of the nice people. This is a psychology that human beings have. When you're nice, you get run over and taken advantage of. Not every time. I'm not saying every time a nice person does something nice, they get taken advantage of. We know there's Mother Teresa's out there. There's people that are really nice, and it gets reciprocated. But in general, people are going to take advantage. It's a natural, innate ability that we have to say, this person's weak. Let me manipulate on their weakness. Let me draw from whatever they're going to give me. I want what they're going to give me because they're wanting to give it to me. Okay, I don't have to work as hard for that. I want more of that. They'll take advantage of it, but they won't won't respect it. So anyone will take advantage of your niceness, right? Anyone will pillage from your niceness. But what they're not gonna do is they're not gonna respect you. So men look at women in two ways. They're gonna look at you as the F buddy. They're gonna look at you as the Bob the Builder, like the woman that they can take advantage of and help them build their life up. And then once they built their life up, then they're done with you. So you're the side piece, the Bob the Builder, you're the pick-me-sha, or you're the potential wife. You're the potential soulmate. You're the potential partner. Okay, those are the two lanes they're gonna put you in. The nice girl always falls in this category. He's looking at you as prey. He's looking at you as, I can take advantage of this woman. She's so nice. She thinks of others before herself. This is the woman that I'm going to use, pillage, take advantage of, so that way I can get what I want. I can get my sexual needs met. I can get my monetary needs met. I can get all my needs met from her, but she's not, in reality, the woman I really want. She's no challenge, okay? So when men hunt, the hunt is not, there's a dead deer on the side of the road, let me capture that, and I'm holding that up like, yay, look what I got. That's not the challenge, okay? When men hunt, the challenge is when they go out there and they're in the wild and they're in their camo and they got their little, I don't know, their little makeup on and they're camouflaged in the woods and they've got their rifles and they sit out there for hours upon hours and finally the prey comes and they spot it with their eyes, right? They spot the prey. They're like, this is mine. And they get it in the eye's grasp and then they shoot it and then that's the celebratory prey. That's like, I hunted that down. I worked for it. I spent hours out there capturing it and finally I got it. That's what men want, innately, okay? Most men, and especially alpha men, now primarily we're talking about alpha men, let me premise that, because if you're not an alpha man, then you have more of a feminine mindset. That's a whole different ballgame. But for alpha men, that's their mindset. They're more interested in the thrill of the catch. They're more interested in the work. That's what turns them on, is having to work for it, having to put in that effort for it. So it goes back to their evolutionary brain. It goes back to psychology, okay? This is things that has been studied for centuries. So if you're a nice girl, being nice, being polite, putting other people first is not gonna be your solution. But don't worry, because let's talk about two ways that you can turn this around and have men like groveling and pleading to be with you. Maybe that's dramatic, but here's how you can turn it around so men are allured and attracted to you. The first way would be utilizing your femininity. God gave us this innate divine femininity, right? We have to use it. Utilize and hone in on your femininity. Men love this. This drives men wild. One, because so many women in society nowadays are not feminine, right? So men are like, I want to go back to the days of women being feminine. I want that. They're craving it. It's like if you haven't had water for a week, you sure, by all means, when you get a hold of the well, when you get a hold of a little bit of water, when it starts to rain, you're like, give me more. I need water. Water. You're craving water, okay? Because you haven't had it in so long. So most men in society are craving a feminine woman. What femininity does, when you become more feminine, it's called polarity. When you become more feminine, the man becomes more masculine. So there's an even balance. This is the sweet spot, the feminine and the masculine, the yin and the yang. So this will turn a man on like crazy. What you're doing is you're boosting his ego. Let me give you a story. So I had a coworker, and I've told this story probably 2 or 3 times in videos before, so if you've heard this, sorry. But this is like my biggest example of this. I had a coworker, and she mastered femininity. So we would be at the office getting supplies for our own offices, and she'd be like, I need a big, strong man. right? She mastered this. Now, she was not attractive and she was overweight, but somehow she always had an alpha male. She always had a provider, including an NFL player. Oh, no, NBA, including an NBA player. Keep in mind, she's not attractive and she's overweight, severely overweight. But she always kept a man because she would be like, oh, I need a big, strong man. Who can help me? Like, I can't pick up this piece of paper. Who could do it? And men would come running from near and far because they're like, I want to be the man. Like, I want to be your hero. And so they would come leaps and bounds from dropping from the sky to help this woman. They wanted to be the hero. They wanted to be her protector because she was tapped into her femininity. So ladies, tapping into your femininity is going to be your key. You're making him feel important. You're making him feel special. You're making him feel valuable by tapping into your femininity. All this is gonna do is make him want to do more for you. It's just gonna make him want to protect you more, provide for you more, be there more for you. I actually have a course that I just completed that's about dating wealthy men. And I have all kind of ways in the course on this. So we talk about this when it comes to alpha men, dating hypergamous men, dating provider men, and the strategies that you need to do. This is one of the strategies. But in the course, I go over like in detail ways that you can really heighten your femininity. So definitely click the link down below and check that out if you haven't already. It's on my website, stateofelevate.com. So the next thing that you can do is tap into your seductive side. So seductive side is like being alluring, being almost unattainable, being coquettish. Some days, you know, you act one way, another day you might act another. Like you're keeping him literally on his toes. You do this by having a life. You do this by having hobbies, having different experiences, like creating a fun, alluring environment. So that way when you're talking to him, you're not just like, whatever you say, babe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a bump on the log. You do this by being like, oh, guess what I did today? Guess what happened to me today? Oh, I'm going out of town next week. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm hanging out with the girls. By having a life, not for him, but for yourself, for internal happiness. So having a life by not being readily available. So he doesn't know what he's going to get, basically, when you're seductive. He doesn't know. Sometimes you pick up the phone. Sometimes you're not available. This creates an air of, oh my gosh, she has a life. She's something I'm going to have to kind of chase, right? I'm in the running amongst other men because she's got a life. She's out in the real world. I don't know if these men are trying to holler at her or not trying to holler at her because she's living her best life. So I need to lock that down. I need that woman locked down as soon as possible. This creates an urgency. Like, wait, I think this woman's great. This woman completes everything for me, so I know other men are going to think the same. I need to lock her down ASAP. This is something special. This is something unique. So when you create that seductive side, that alluring side, that's what that's doing. So all this does is we're tapping into their emotions. We're making them feel. And when men feel, and when you can tap into their emotions, you've won. You got them. Tapping into their emotions, making them feel, making them want to chase you, making them want you is when you won. That takes you out of the pick-me-sha. This takes you out of this category and puts you into, this is the woman I want. I'm going to chase her. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get her. I'm going to provide for her. And I'm going to protect her. This is the lane you always want to be in, ladies. So definitely try these techniques. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. And until next time. Oh, and if you haven't already, like the video, definitely subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you beautiful people later. Bye.